Yeah, g'day folks. Saturday, it's about 4:30 I think, PM, Saturday the 22nd of March. Just going to go over this because I'm probably going to pull this down either today or tomorrow. Yeah, so if you remember from my other videos, if you might not have seen these. So this red tuck line on this side, that was put on the 20th of February, so it's been on there for just over a month, the red tuck line, and that was put on the same day as the stopping joint, yeah, if you recall. And then this one, this side, so remember I had the whole lot done, then I took off half, then I wanted to do a bit more sort of experimenting. So on this side it was a full strength Tuscany terracotta colour, and on this side it was a half strength, yeah. So I did that about just over a month ago, the same day as the stopping joint. And this one I did about 20 days ago, or is it 10 days ago? This one I did about, I was 20 days after the stopping joint, yeah? Because with the tuck pointing, I've been told, and it's hard to find out this information, but I have been told the tuck line needs to go on. You need to apply that the same day as you apply the stopping joint. Now that makes sense to me in some ways, but it also means that there's more risk of scratching this surface when you put your tuck line on and then you cut it with your French knife. It means there's more risk of this getting roughed up with your French knife, the stopping joint just there. Yeah, so in a way it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to put the tuck line on after the stopping joint, after the black joint is dry. Yeah, because you've got to put that on, then you've got to run a French knife across it. Now if that's dry, the stopping joint's dry, it means you're not going to mark the joint. You're not going to drag any of the stopping joint out, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, I'll pause there. So like I said, I'm probably going to pull this down. I've learned everything I can off this wall now. Not everything I can, but everything I want to with these bricks and a terracotta coloured tuck line and my black stopping joint. So I'm going to take this down and do something else. But before I do, I thought I'd go over it. Like I said, I need to, today, what I want to test is, I've just started up here with my pointing trowel, started knocking some of this off to see whether this side stuck better, the tuck line stuck better to the stopping joint because it was applied the same day. I want to see if it's better than this side. So the tuck line was applied 20 days after the stopping joint. Yeah, so I want to see if this side, this half, sticks better than this half. My initial testing before I started recording is showing me that this side, I'm not sure whether it sticks better, but this side is drier. Now that makes sense, that's had over a month. Remember, this is lime mortar, that's had over a month to set. Yeah, this one's only had 20 days to set. Okay, hang on, I'm going to pause there. I need to check something. Yeah, I'm glad I checked. I've been saying 20 days. It's 10 days since that was applied. So the second half was applied just 10 days ago, on the 12th of March. It's now the 22nd. So this side, the tuck, the mortar itself, is tougher, stronger than this side, which makes sense because that has had over a month to dry, that's had 10 days to dry, yeah? Whether it's stuck any worse than this side, I'm yet to be convinced. I think they've both stuck equally well. One side is no different than the other side. I'm going to pause and I'm going to get my trowel and I'll just video me knocking that off, and you know, you should be able to agree with me or see that I'm giving the same pressure in trying to knock it off. Alright, so I'm just going to try and film knocking this off with my pointing trowel, yeah? So it's not coming off easy, but it is popping off. And it's quite, the mortar itself, the lime mortar tuck line, is quite strong. There's my little housing line in the middle there. And it seems to be sticking quite well, so it's stuck well. Remember, this side was applied the same day as the stopping joint. I'll go over this side. Now this side seems to come off easier, but now is that because it's not as dry, not as hard, hasn't been sitting on the wall for as long as this side? Or is it because, is it breaking apart easier because it's only been on there for 10 days? It's not as hard, right? It hasn't had as long to dry. And that's the nature of lime mortar. The longer it dries, the harder it gets. So I probably should have waited for longer, but I want to take this wall down and move on to some other things. So anyhow, it is interesting. It's certainly not as strong if you're just trying to scratch the mortar. I've already covered that. But it does seem to be sticking quite well. So I don't think there's much in it when people say you need to put the tuck line on the same day as the stopping joint. I don't believe that. And I don't believe in the real world that many tuck pointers can organise themselves every day and manage and plan out their jobs so that they do stopping joint, you know, for half a day or whatever, and then put the tuck line on for the other half a day. I don't think it works that way. I'm positive you can put the stopping joint in and then come back to it, you know, I don't know, the next day or 10 days later or 20 days later and put on your tuck line. Yeah, I don't believe that. So my research, mucking around here, has shown me that I can put the tuck line on the same day or 20 days later or 50 days later or 100 days later. I don't think there's a big difference. Yep. And if anything, from what I've learnt, when you're cutting it with your French knife, you've got less chance of dragging off the stopping joint, the black mortar, when it's hard than you do when it's damp or been applied the same day. So it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think there's any truth in that story I hear about applying this on the same day as the black or the stopping joint. Right, I think I've rambled on enough. Yeah, okay. This wall's coming down.